Scaring yourself with the cost or negatives of porn won't make you stop watching it. If you truly cared about the cost, you would never do it in the first place. What's up, man? I'm going to quickly walk you through this concept. NoFap Space and all these addiction experts always use these scare tactics upon you, telling you all the negatives of pornography. Oh, stop it, otherwise you will get erectile dysfunction, you will lose your marriage, your relationships, your job, your health, and your freedom. Listen, all of that is bullshit. Ever wondered? Almost every one of you already know these costs, but still people end up watching it. Why? Because humans always act for the pursuit of happiness. Now, before I talk about it, I want you to understand this one powerful principle called Positive Drive Principle, also known as PDP. It's the principle that humans will always act to move in the direction where they perceive the greatest happiness. Now, let me make it simple for you guys. All of us, in everything that we do, we try to achieve and maintain a happy existence. Every choices we make in our life are of pursuit of happiness. We try to find happiness in whatever we do. Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician and a philosopher, says that all men seek happiness. This is without exception. Whatever different means they employ, they all tend to this end. The cause of some going to war and of others avoiding it is the same desire in both, attended with different views. The will never takes the least step but to this object. This is the motive of every action of every man, even of those who hang themselves. The PDP is what motivates every person into every action. You might be thinking, but Ahmed, why are we talking about this principle? Unfortunately, the Recovery Society and the NoFap Space has convinced people into believing that there is no rhyme or reason behind their desire. Many guys I have talked with, over 30 years old and who have tried to stop in the past, tell me, Ahmed, I don't know why I do this. I don't even like it. The more people got exposure to the recovery ideology and the recovery programs, the more people believe in such things. They then go and list all the negative consequences of porn, saying that, why would I do this when it costs my marriage, my relationships, my job, my health, my freedom? They all are very much hyper-focused on the costs and not on the real reasons why they do it in the first place. They are hyper-focused on the self-image of an addict or the shameful identity. They accept that they will keep doing it because they believe they are driven by some sickness or a disease. They believe they have a disease called addiction. They think they are doing a behavior that they don't want to be doing. And because of that, they just feel helpless to change it. But if we ask them why they initially began watching porn, the answer in most cases is to get pleasure, for fun, to relieve stress, to get a release. We can clearly trace it back to the pursuit of happiness. All of them are the enjoyable moments of life. Most young men really admit that happiness-based reasons are why they watch porn. But there are certain portion of people with long-term porn usage. They have become so bogged down into the cost of watching porn and the shameful identity of being an addict that they have become blinded to the fact that they are still pursuing happiness with that activity. And I don't blame them. They all have been taught through interactions with people who negatively judge their bad habits that they are not supposed to like that activity the way they do. They have been taught that they should express nothing but shame, guilt, regret, self-pity and all other negative emotions. They have been taught that they should show that they hate it and wish that they weren't be doing it. So when I ask those people, why don't you just stop? The answers I hear to this question tend to be more revealing and fruitful. They say they can't imagine being sad and not having a way to feel good. They say they would be plain miserable without it. They say, how can I relieve my stress or boredom without porn? So the answer to the second question is the answer to the first one. Saying that you don't stop because you are afraid that how will you relieve your boredom or have fun or feel good because you think you need it to be happy.
Anyone can quit porn in as little as 7 days. Yes, you heard that right. This system works on a 3-step framework. Most people struggle to quit porn because they don't even know why they watch porn in the first place. They don't know about the root cause. And it has been proven that we can only solve any problem by its root. Debunking is the most important part, which allowed me and my students to not even feel the hedge to watch porn or masturbate. It's all about debunking all those benefits you see in porn unconsciously. And that's why my students are able to quit extremely fast. We are not done here yet. The goal is not not just to quit porn, but also to bounce back stronger and become a complete new person, which is all about utilizing the build-up sexual energy inside your body to your advantage, whether it's in your business, your job, your career, building an awesome shredded physique, or even achieving any life goals that you want. This program has only been out there for the last 2 weeks. Here's some of the reviews we got in the last 2 weeks.
Now let me explain how we all make choices for the pursuit of happiness. So if people are following their dream career, we all know that they are pursuing happiness, right? Also, they may struggle to achieve success in a career in which the odds are against them. Yet we know that their dream of happily succeeding one day and the pursuit of happiness drives them to struggle and work hard in the face of rejection and failure. The PDP can be seen when you choose to watch one TV show instead of another because you prefer one more than the other and think that it will be more entertaining to you and thus making you more happier. Similarly, some people buy a coffee at Starbucks. Why do that when they could buy a coffee with the same amount of caffeine at McDonald's? Because they spend extra money because they see a benefit. It's likely that they believe Starbucks coffee tastes better, so you enjoy it more and thus making you more happier. Not only that, but people also make choices based on the degree of happiness. Let's give you an example of house versus apartment. So many people buy a big house over an apartment, even though there are many costs of buying a big house. Bigger houses have higher monetary prices, higher property taxes, higher cost of heat and air condition. There is more physical and mental energy to maintain it and so on. But if we compare it to a modest, simple apartment, instead of 30-year mortgage, you could pay a small monthly rent. There are no property taxes, no extra physical and mental energy to maintain. If something goes wrong, you won't have to take care of it. No extra rooms to decorate, furnish and keep clean. Furthermore, you have no insurance or liability to worry about. Now, modest apartments are much less costly and require much less attention and have no risks of buying a big house. Why does anyone buy a big home? Are they sick and diseased? Still, people choose to buy a big house rather than an apartment. Now, if people look at house versus apartment example the same way they view someone watching porn, then everyone would say, oh, the house owner is sick, he has some disease, he must have been traumatized, he must be stressed or depressed, he's self-sabotaging. But people don't say that. Some people like to own a big house, some like to rent a small apartment, some like to own big luxurious mansions. Everyone sees benefits in these options that make one look better than the others. They all have desire for such a home and they are ready to pay the associated costs in order to get the benefits. They do wish that the costs were lower to get the benefits they want, but still, they freely and willingly pay the price to get what they prefer. People's preference for porn is no different. They have their own perceived benefits of watching porn and they will pay whatever the price is to get those benefits so that they can feel happy. If you truly didn't want to do something, then you won't do it no matter what. You are always driven to always pursue happiness. Now I know I am saying the word happiness. Many people will have a reaction to this. Ahmed, you think I am happy doing this? I am not happy. I am tired of it. Look, life is a pursuit of happiness and every choice that we make is aimed at having it. The desire for something doesn't exist in vacuum. It always exists in relation of our view of other options too. Like you watch porn because you see way more important benefits in it than not watching it. It doesn't mean you experienced worst negatives on the back end, doesn't mean you didn't want to do it on the front end. Like in those first initial minutes when you decide to watch porn, you see way more important benefits such as, oh, it's gonna give me pleasure, it's gonna relieve my stress, my loneliness, my boredom, it's gonna make me feel extremely good. And you ignore all the back end negatives because you are ready to pay the cost in order to get those way more important benefits on the front end. Long story short, stop focusing on the cost or negatives of porn because you already know what they are. And instead, focus on the front end benefits or the reasons as to why you do it in the first place. And then you can just go and debunk all of those benefits to kill your desire for porn once and for all. So if you want to learn how you can eliminate your desire for porn completely by debunking all of the front end benefits you see in it unconsciously, and no longer feel as though you need porn to be happy, simply click the first link in the description down below and it will take you to my free training, and from there you can schedule a call with me and we're going to discuss our process of coaching. Take care for now. Assalamu alaikum.